there's a lot to be learned from seeing these good raids, and so I just want to point out the good things, and also showcase these raids a little bit. Kind of bragging on myself a little bit. What can I say? So with this one, air defenses are spread out, which is why I chose lightning. Also, my clan castle has balloons in it, so this one's pretty cool. You're gonna see me use the balloons from the side, and I actually think this is probably the ideal way to use balloons with dragons. I don't like sending them from behind the dragons because I think it's really hard to time, and although I do enjoy sending balloons on the back end, I think it's also kind of risky. So doing it from the side is really good, and I think I get pretty good use out of these balloons. So I start my funnel in the corner. Anytime there's builder huts in the corner, you should always do that. It costs you a couple extra seconds, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it in the end. So you'll see here, I actually create my funnel on this elixir collector that's in line with the air defense. So this is a near perfect dragon funnel, and this is what we want all our town hall 8s to be doing. All these buildings got taken out here. And so every single dragon that I have is going to go straight in here. There's nowhere else for them to go. They're all right here. So they may go out this way, they may go out this way, but they're going to wreck everything in this area. And so now that I see them doing their thing, I have a few seconds to drop my lightnings, and I always recommend just dropping your lightnings when you have a few seconds, when you're not doing anything, because if you do it on the front end of your raid, it can cost you a few seconds. As soon as I saw that my dragons were under fire, I sent these balloons in. Balloons take out the archer tower with absolutely no trouble, and the air defense, by the time it targets them, can't really do anything about it. So the balloons trigger some air traps, they pick up a few air mines. I think they do get this cannon too, which is nice. And now my dragons are starting to split up, but you can see here a couple of them did stay in the middle, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons alive. So I've only lost 2 dragons at this point, which is honestly, with all air defenses down, pretty awesome. Also, my barbarian king is upgrading to level 10 right now, so I didn't have him available for this raid, and I haven't had him for any of my raids actually so far in this clan. I think maybe like 1 or 2 raids, but he's always been upgrading. So. But I mean, if you execute a mass dragon raid perfectly, then this is what happens. You have a million dragons left, and you just roll the base. And, yeah. Clash on, I have 3 accounts. So I do want to show a couple other raids. Go back to this war. And find my raid. Okay, so this is a cleanup raid. So on this one, the air defenses are more centralized, so rather than, and they're clumped together, so rather than using lightning on one of them, I'm just going to get my dragons all in a pack and send them in. Also send in my balloons into the core to help. So I identified this side as the best side to attack from because those high HP storages were basically for free. My dragons weren't going to get attacked while they were on them. So I dropped the dragons on the storage first because that's going to take longer, and then I drop my dragons on the side. And that's a key difference. When you're creating a dragon funnel, you do have to keep building HP in mind. So if I would have dropped these 2 side dragons first, they might have gone down here, or they might have came in here and been taking fire. Instead, I dropped these dragons, 2 here, 2 here, 1, 1, and then additional 1 and 1, and then all the rest. As well as dropping these guys out on the side once those buildings are at half HP. And what that creates for me is these side dragons are going to go down and take care of some of this stuff for me, and the bulk of my dragons is going to be just rolling straight into the base, which is exactly what I want. So my first rage is going to come down and my balloons are going to come out. I'm going to wait until those defenses in the first line are taken out because I want the balloons to target the mortar. Then they would go from the mortar to the air defense and then rotate around counterclockwise. That's the plan. I'm not sure if that actually is what happens. So I dropped the rage here to speed up the balloons and to help the dragons engage the enemy clan castle. Had a couple balloons go rogue, so that sucked. I didn't want them to do that. Luckily though, the funnel was so effective that the dragons all made it in the middle. and so I'm able to utilize the second raid to just power these dragons straight through. And you know, I use the heal to try to hit as many dragons as I could on the back end. And this is, I think, you know, where heal is actually effective. It's either effective in keeping your balloons alive through a wizard tower, or it's effective in healing your dragons up when they're under fire from archer towers. Heal does not really do anything if your dragons are under fire from air defenses. The air defenses are going to take them down. They do too much damage per hit. But you can see these dragons are kind of healing up real nice. Actually, you know, that one was almost dead and it healed halfway up. So the heal in this case really helped give my dragons the juice they needed to finish up the base. And yeah, no BK to clean up at the end would have been nice, but didn't need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons still left over. Good night, Kool-Aid Mansion. I will use those gems wisely. We have a plan, and it will be executed. I don't think... Yeah, I got super unlucky on my first raid. I can't remember what happened, but I just want to show one more raid from this account. I think it's one more 3-star raid. Again, just to show some more dragon raids. So yep, here's the raid from this war. Again, I can't remember if my first one was a 3-star or not. So, you know, lightning is the best use here because the air defenses are very spread out, and you know, the air defenses on either side of the town hall are pretty exposed to an attack from balloons. I actually chose a really cool angle here, and so I'm excited to show it. Somebody else had already attacked this base, and you can see here again, I dropped the dragons on the storages first because they're the high HP buildings. It's going to take a while for them to go down. So, you know, overload on your funnel if you need to take out high HP buildings like that. Now I'm starting the rest of the funnel because those buildings are going down.
On Monday, Josh Liebarger made his status case of the Mondays, followed by a frowny face.
All the dragons are moving in. Perfect. And here come the rest. So I've got all the dragons moving in on this air defense. I mean, it's definitely going down. Now I have a few seconds because there's nothing I can do now that all the dragons are released. I take out that back air defense with lightning. And now I'm just waiting. And on this particular raid, I calculated out the range of the enemy air defense. And so when my dragons were about to move into that range, I dropped my balloons. You can see the air defense is not targeting my dragons yet, but I knew that they were going to be moving into range, so that's when I dropped my balloons. And it worked out perfectly. The air defense targeted the dragons, and I really liked this line for the balloons, this diagonal line. You know, I thought it was much better than a side or a back line. And you can see here, I've got quite a few balloons left over, and they helped me by taking out that archer tower. Was a big help in the raid. So, still got 2 dragons that are going around doing their thing here. And I think this one actually is pretty close, because these dragons kind of go around the side, and they barely get around to taking that archer tower and Tesla out. But I think those 2 ones on the south side are pretty high HP because they never really were in the fray. So again, this is where if I had my Barbarian King, this cleanup would be super easy, but I don't. So, you know, it requires that the first part of the raid went really well, and I get super lucky right here. You can see when this army camp goes down, this dragon up north recalculates, and he decides to go to storage, which is, I think, the only reason I got the 3-star here. Again, if I had a Barbarian King, this cleanup would be super easy, but I was real pleased that the dragons helped me out there and did me some favors. But hey guys, this is how you look at, you know, Town Hall 8 bases. Each base is different. You can't just jam 3 rage or 2 rage and a heal. You can't just jam 3 lightning and hope to get there. Every base is different, and it requires a little bit different strategy. Mechanics Woodle, you know, I don't know. I feel like Supercell surely has Town Hall 11 up their sleeve, but only time will tell. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. It's midnight, and I get up for work in the morning. I'm probably gonna have to wake up and snow blow the driveway. We were getting some snow earlier tonight, and you know, the wife will not be happy. But his apps are so weird looking, made for Town Hall 11. So weird. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it, you guys, and I will definitely be trying to do, at least, a 30-minute to an hour stream for every war we do, because I want to give you guys a chance to have your raids reviewed live and talk about things that went well, things that didn't go well, and also just showcase, Reddit Omicron in our raids, as well as also showing some example Town Hall 8 raids from my other account where I'm also in a constant war clan. So, yep, thanks again everybody for tuning in, and if you like the channel, definitely follow it. I will see all of you guys again soon. Have a good night.